It's going to depend on how much I talk. That's for sure.
I'd get it done in like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, bing bang boom done. Nothing else. Nothing else to talk about. Um,
I think a lot of people hopefully show up right on time.
Probably. So it's set up to send out a message to everybody. Like it does like 24 hours before, an hour, and then 10 minutes.
Hmm.
Um, and I
Should do
sent
like
out two additional emails as well. So everybody's definitely well informed.
wait.
So
I have your ad account up by the way, so I can show everybody.
great. Can't wait. Can't wait for
No,
that.
nobody's gonna see anything. Just the keyword planner. Give away all your secrets.
Mm-hmm. What is Suggestly? Nobody. No. Remove. Thank you. Submit. And where's my app list? Here it is. Come on, Reed. Where are you, Reed? What's up, guys? We're going to get started here in about 2 minutes. Chat's open if you want to say hello. We're going to open it up. You never got the 10-minute text? Okay. We'll check the workflow for that. We'll get that working. There we go.
Recording in progress.
There's the AI assistant going to be here for recording. That's good. So we got about a minute here. I'm assuming we're probably going to get a few more people trickled in. Um,
If you guys want, do me a favor in the chat, write down or type in the chat what your shop focuses on. If it's ceramic coatings, type that. If it's ceramic coatings when it's in PPF, type that. So when we go through this, maybe we can make it relevant to the majority of everybody.
yep.
Probably touch everything, but go ahead and just type in the chat what you guys focus on. That way we have it.
So,
Cool.
first off, everybody, thank you. We're going to get started now. Thank you for joining us. This is the first webinar in our seven figure shop roadmap series, where we're going to be giving away the information for you to take in your business and do better and to help grow your online presence. Now, I'll be completely honest, the majority of you are probably too busy to be able to deploy and implement majority of the things we're showing you. The goal here is to show you ways that you can look at your own market and see what you need to do and where you need to focus to grow. And don't feel like you need to take this and put it in play tomorrow. Just know that there are ways that you can see how you can advance yourself and win more, and that's the goal here. So this is technically about SEO. Like this is the most technical explanation of what SEO actually is. And this is a graphic I found on Google. And you work from left to right. And you can see where keyword research is quite possibly at the very start of an SEO strategy. And at the very end of it is going to be conversions and money. Majority of you, at the end of the day, running your business, because you don't run an agency, you're going to care about conversions and the dollar amount. Our goal and our job as an agency is to do the rest. But hopefully we're going to empower you to at least begin the journey on your own roadmap.
Yeah, notice too how many times keywords is in that graph, right? So the importance of keywords and what we're going to be talking about today, it's huge. Not just in ads, but SEO.
Yep.
So this is going to be exciting.
So today we're going to show you how you can steal your own competitors' keyword data and their current marketing strategy. And that's the big goal here is you're going to use the keyword research that you do to gain market insight to further increase your market share and to further increase how well you appear in your own market. But why is it important to look under the hood of competitor strategies? I think that the number one thing I'll say is that without putting the time into research and knowing what your market looks like, you're the blind leading the blind. And you're as Mike from You're Able said it best, you're a rudderless ship. Without the data and without the knowledge, you really don't know where you're going or what you're doing. And that's, again, the goal is to empower you and to give you a chance to really have some good market insight. And the other biggest thing is that just because you've got the keyword data from your competitor does not mean you need to copy it. You can borrow that insight and you can modify it for your own use. Duplication of the insights that you receive is the number one way you end up penalized from Google and other search engines. So borrow the information, don't copy it. So SEO is technically an engine. The content on your page, on your website, is the engine block in which the SEO exists. And the keywords that you use and your content is focused on is what makes up the pistons of that engine. And any of those of you who know me, this is a cutaway picture of a Subaru flat boxer engine. And you can see I've properly labeled this POS Subaru engine at the bottom because that's just hilarious. So this is the most visual piece of context I can give you, is that the content is the actual engine block itself. The keywords is what drives the engine and makes it work, right? So that's just a baseline explanation. Tyler, do you want to add anything to that?
No, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. One of the things I was going to say on the last slide was just success leaves clues, right? There's people in the industry that have been around for a while that have done really well. That's why we're kind of doing this, because, success leaves clues. There's information out there that works, and you want to make sure to utilize it.
That's right. So how we're going to do this, we're going to show you the Google Keyword Planner. The Google Keyword Planner is a free tool that everybody has access to, and I mean everybody. You don't need to be spending any money on Google. You don't need to be spending any type of money whatsoever. All you need is a Google account that's been confirmed for AdWords.
Mhm.
That's it. You can just search and Google Keyword Planner to get access. And it's one of the most comprehensive, and it's not from a third-party tool, so it comes directly from the aggregate source of the majority of the functioning internet here in the United States. So you're not getting it from a third-party tool. This is Google giving you the information directly from their own database. The other thing is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is the number one AI tool out there, and we have a prompt for you, and we're going to give you some baseline information to help you use ChatGPT to your advantage. Just know that ChatGPT is not the end-all be-all, but it is another way that you can get creative, and it was worth putting some time into. So the data you want out of this is going to be on these 3 points. A monthly search volume. You want to find the keywords that have the volume and show popularity for the services and phrases that people are searching for. And you want to know how hard it is to rank for that particular keyword string. And ultimately, the lower hanging the fruit is, the easier it is to rank for. Don't get me wrong, some keyword phrases, like very generic keyword phrases, are going to be hard to rank for, like the word car detailing. That's going to be a very difficult keyword to rank at the top for, because it's literally the keyword that every single detailing shop out there is targeting. So our goal here is to show you the methods in which we use to determine what the low-hanging fruit is and develop some strategies so that you can attack it. So, Tyler, this is where I pass the host over to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you want to share your Chat GPT prompts first, or do you want to do that after the keyword planner?
I'm going to do that after the keyword planner, just because
Sweet.
of the way the presentation's laid out. So
let's do it.
Here you go. I'm going to make you host. Tyler,
boy.
now you can share your screen.
Sweet. All right, guys, let me know here if you all can see this.
Mm-hmm.
Is that good?
Looks good.
Sweet. All right, so here is the keyword planner, and all you need, like Gabe said, was go into your Google Ads account. If you don't have a Google Ads account, it's free to start one. You can start your account without creating a campaign. They're going to try and get you to put your campaign information in and your payment method. There's a little blue button at the bottom, just skip it. But get to the keyword planner. All you do is hit tools and settings. And I think they just updated the view of this, so it might look a little different. If you just start an account, I think your settings might be on the left side here. But ultimately, there's going to be a tools and settings icon. Click that and hit keyword planner. All right, and that's going to take you here. So you got 3 options: discover new keywords, get search volume and forecasts, and organize keywords into ad groups. So the 2 biggest things with this tool are SEO research, or is SEO research, and Google Ads research, right? So we'll talk a little bit of both, but I like to use the discover new keywords just because it's more controllable. Get search volume and forecast, stay away from that, because Google's going to tell you can get $100,000 worth of codings out of $1,000, or it might tell you $1 million. So it's going to be all over the place. Don't necessarily pay attention or listen to the forecast that they present there. And then organize keywords into ad groups, we'll talk about in a little bit, but we'll go ahead and hit discover new keywords. And you have 2 options here. You can start with just any keywords related to the services you guys offer. So obviously car detailing, window tint, PPF, ceramic coating, those were all thrown out there in the chat. You can put all of those in here, or obviously just the ones related to the services you're offering, or you can put it in a website. So if you start with a website, you can choose a competitor. You can choose, someone in the industry that does really, really well, who ranks really high. Maybe they do Google Ads, and you can start to see everything that they're utilizing in the keywords that are brought up that are relevant for their website. So I like to start with keywords, just because it gives us a broad overview of things, and then we can kind of dial it in from there and make it your own. But just know you have the ability to start with a website, and you can really tap into your competitors, your own even, or anyone really in the industry. So we'll go ahead and we'll do ceramic coating, we'll do PPF, we'll do paint protection film, we'll do window tint, we'll even just throw in clear bra there, and car detailing. I'll even do auto detailing. So am I missing anything there? Should I add any?
I mean, you could do window tinting or window tints,
We
but
don't
I
need to
think
do that.
no, I think
That'll
window
show
tint
up.
is, yeah.
Yeah. So you don't put in like window tints, window tint. That's all going to show up. You don't need to do that as long as they're different. They will populate all the different variations. You can do, I think, up to 10, unless they've changed it, but I think it's up to 10. You don't want to go crazy. So let's backtrack for a second. If you're doing SEO research and you want to do SEO research for, say, one of your services, so you can create the structure of your website, right, or of the page for the website, and you want to just do ceramic coating, don't put all these other keywords in. Now, sometimes when I do that, Google doesn't like the word ceramic coating for some reason in this. So maybe put car coating, vehicle coating in that sense, then you can kind of get some variations in there to make sure it kind of covers its basis. But if you just do like window tint, car detailing, it's probably going to populate all the different variations. But this is one thing that you guys, if you're going to utilize it, you're just going to have to test and figure it out on your own because, you never know what Google's going to do tomorrow. But you can either, like I said, put in 1 or 2 keywords or, 7 to 10, whatever you want to do. So if I hit get results now, and I'm going to try and fly through this for you guys, you have the option to stay broad in the United States, or you can go specific to a city. Should we do specific to a city just to kind of dial it in, or do you want to stay broad? What do you think?
I mean, why don't you just put like Montgomery County?
Okay. So
Montgomery
we'll go
County,
ahead.
Pennsylvania.
We'll do a county, and that way it covers a little bit of a basis there. So Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, we got 1.8 million. That's crazy. I didn't even realize there were that many. So obviously if you're in a specific city, put that in. Try and do, if you're in a small area, because I'm sure there might be shops here that are in small areas or that are listening, try and do like a nearest city to you, because you might be limited, especially for SEO research. When it comes down to it, what's working in a big city is going to work in your area. You just have to then make it location relevant. For ads, it might be a little different, but I would try and broaden your search as much as possible so you get enough data. But go ahead and hit save here, and we're going to start to see that it's going to go from 4,007. Well, no, it already populated. So it might have been more than that, and now it's 4,731 keywords, or it stayed the same. I don't know.
Can you blow that up a little bit, Tyler?
Well, what up?
Just blow your screen up like using Control Plus or the control scroll.
I can do that. Is that better?
Yeah, much better.
Cool. All right. So first things first, you're going to get a ton of keywords, right? There's no way we're using 4,000 keywords. If you're doing, either SEO or Google ads, you don't want to deal with 4,000 keywords. If you're doing Google ads, if you're doing a specific ceramic coating ad or specific window tint ad, you're only going to probably want like 5 or 10 keywords, depending on the specifics of it. But we want to filter these out. Okay. And we're going to see a lot of good ones here because they're going to start by keyword relevance based off of what I typed in. But if you want, you can come over here to refine keywords. Can you guys see that on your end, the right side? Refine keywords. Yeah. Perfect.
Yep, it's on the screen.
So brand or non-brand, this is typically one that I'll take out. We want probably car, manufacturers, so we'll keep that. But if you're only working with a specific brand like XPEL, you can keep that and get rid of the rest. If that's really something you want to do. If you're curious about the other competition, then keep that up. But you can start to take some of these out if they're not relevant. Obviously, for retailer stuff, we don't want, so we'll take out that. Again, you can take out other brands if you want, and you'll start to see this number go down here in a second once it finishes loading. You can go to service here. Obviously, get rid of these if they're not relevant. If you're not doing work on, bikes or sometimes it'll say, boats, you can get rid of that. There's film there. Let's see, material. If these aren't relevant, you can get rid of that, like carpet, stone, we can get rid of that. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, this is up to you guys to kind of navigate and control. And as you can see, now we have 4,680 keywords versus 4,731. So I didn't really get rid of a lot. If I were to get rid of the brands that I usually do, repair shop, we're going to start to see the keywords drop, which is good, which is what we want. Ultimately, you're going to have the relevant keywords first, and then the main column here is going to be the average monthly searches. This is going to tell you, especially for SEO, how many people are searching these keywords on a monthly basis. And then it's cool here too. You can see the 3-month change and the year-over-year change. So if you can see, ceramic coatings are trending upwards or downward based off of the time of year. You can see here window tint has a 3-month change of minus 34%, year-over-year 22%. So that'll kind of give you some forecasts. And then competition, it'll say high or low, right? Obviously on the ad side, if it's high, it's going to be probably more expensive. On the SEO side, if it's high, it's going to be harder to rank for, right? So keep that in mind. Top of page bid on the low range and high range basically will tell you how expensive this keyword is going to be or could be based off of the competition. So obviously we're in Montgomery County. So based off of, you know, the word ceramic coating here specifically, it could go anywhere from $2.50 a click to $16.69. All right. So be prepared to spend that. And when you're doing your ads, I don't want to make this all about, you know, Google ads, but when you're doing your ads, if, for example, you only have a $15 budget and you're running a ceramic coating ad, your ad could be finished off of one click. So just keep that in mind. So that'll kind of give you the insights there. Obviously, we all want to pay $2.50, but we know how Google is. They're going to probably increase that no matter what. So these are really your main columns. You can add other columns in. We can go over that in another video. That's a little bit more advanced stuff.
I would say, why don't we just slim it down to what we're going to be focusing on today?
Yeah. Yeah. So again, you want to mess around with that, go for it, but we're not going to get into there. This is really your main information. So really quick, if we're doing either SEO or Google Ads, I'm almost done here. We want to choose relevant keywords for specific pages that we're creating or specific ad groups that we're creating. Okay, so for Google Ads purposes, if I was running a car detailing campaign, I might do car detailing near me. I might do mobile detailing near me, mobile car detailing near me, and I'm going to find all the detailing related keywords. And I'm going to come down mobile car detailing, interior car detailing, car cleaning, mobile detailing. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, there's a lot of keywords here. Now you start to think, okay, I might want to do just a mobile detailing campaign, right? Or ad group, right? If you're just doing a detailing campaign, you might do a mobile detailing ad group. So that way it's more specific. So if you're spending $10 on a mobile detailing ad group and $10 for a car detailing ad group, and you have 5 car detailing keywords, 5 mobile detailing keyword variations, you can really start to hone in on what's going to work and then obviously make your changes from there. So you can get pretty overwhelmed as you as you start to research these keywords, but you can go ahead and just add keywords to create a plan. So if I wanted all of these in one plan, I could go ahead and hit add keywords to the plan, and it's going to save them in my saved keywords here. All right. And this is cool too, because it'll show you the forecast overall. But I'm going to go back to keyword ideas and we'll head back into here. If I want to do window tint, I'll show you guys this window tint. And there's a lot more that we could talk about in depth here, but I'm going to try, like I said, to make this short for you guys and simple. So this can obviously,
we definitely want to show them how to snipe the keywords out of a competitor's site.
Okay. You want me to do the site one?
Whenever you're done going through this, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. So as you're finding these tint keywords, you go to save keywords here instead of just add keywords to plan and save them, and then create right away a campaign and ad group. So if I were doing a window tint campaign, whoops, I might name it window tint, and then I might name the ad group, window tint near me if I chose all the near me keywords. Right, because there's going to be different variations. There's going to be window tinting near me, window tint near me, tint shops near me, right? There's so many different variations. So when it comes to Google Ads, there's a couple different ways you can set that up. If you hit save here, then you'll be ready to launch that down the road. But when it comes to SEO, kind of the same concept, but now you're, instead of creating an ad campaign, you're creating content, right? Whether it's on your website, whether it's on your Google profile, this is going to be your roadmap to that content creation, because these are Google keywords that have volume, that people are searching. They have relevance, obviously, to your business, hopefully. So this list literally goes on and on. We saw there was thousands of keywords. And I always say the money's in the research. So if you can spend some time doing this, I can guarantee you a lot of your competition is not, then you're going to find your low-hanging fruit, which is what I'll talk about next or last. So before I do what Gabe wants me to do. So low-hanging fruit is basically going to be your longer tail keywords or keywords that people aren't utilizing. So competition research is great, right? Competitor research is great. But if you do this broad research first or even after, you're going to start to see keywords that maybe someone's not going after. And it might be some low monthly searches. So you can sort this by, obviously the searches, we all want to go after the big keywords, car detailing near me, window tinting near me, because those are going to be your more buyer intent keywords, right? But think about all of the people that are ready to buy right now. It's a small percentage. So if we can grab the other maybe 97% of the population that's not ready to buy and educate them, create content around this, then we can bring them around and hopefully close them. So if we go reverse and go low to high, if it wants to load, we're going to see probably a lot of keywords, a lot of variations that people aren't going after. And of course, it doesn't want to load for me. There it goes. So specifically, this is actually a really good one. PPF for Model Y, right? So that's a perfect example. People are probably targeting just PPF, right? Or PPF for Tesla or Tesla PPF. But going even deeper and saying PPF for Model Y, that could be, a subcategory of if you create specifically an ad campaign for Tesla, or you have Tesla content on your website. If you go deeper and talk about PPF for Model Y, those specific people that have a Model Y, they're probably going to gravitate towards you because of the relevance of what you have going on your website of content or in your ad group specifically. So I won't go too crazy because I could probably talk forever like, Gabe can usually, but I'll backtrack here. Hopefully that helps you guys. I'll backtrack into now the website side instead of just the keyword. I got to figure out how to get back here. All right, so we'll start with the website. So this is starting with keywords. You can put all your keywords in here, or you can start with a website. Anybody want to volunteer? Share their website, or should I just
Now hold on. Why don't we see if somebody can, if you've got a competitor in your area that
it's gonna get saucy,
is kicking your butt, why don't you drop their website in here in the chat, and then we can snipe their keywords out. Somebody who has a really good web presence. Let's see who can volunteer somebody. Not you, your competitor, the competitor that you're competing against. That's got a better web presence than you. Anybody want to volunteer?
Who wants to call out their competition?
Because the whole point of this is we're going to teach you how to snipe your competitor. Okay.
So I use this one, Ceramic Pro, goldcoast.com. Oh, this is Australia, huh? Okay, well, this is going to be out of my realm here, but let's go for it.
Let me take a look here. Yeah.
All right. How is it .com.au?
That's interesting.
Yeah. Is that an actual site?
Yep. You could do Fort Worth. Why don't you do FortWorthCeramicCoatings.com? You can do that.
All right. That's probably going to be more relevant here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, here we go. They're all coming out now.
You got to do that.
They're all coming out now.
Hold on. There's the Michael Davenport. There it is.
You guys were shy, and then you're just waiting for the first one to go.
Michael Davenport. The detaildoc.co. Do it.
All right. I'll do this one here.
The detaildoc.co.
So we'll take this. We'll show you exactly. Now, listen, this is like I said, this is really good information that you can see that your competition is ranking for, but don't just do this. Like I said, there's a lot of low hanging fruit. There's a lot of money outside of that too. So, all right, so we're going to do the entire site, or you could just use the homepage if you really want to go and, advance and really dive into, page by page. Like if you want to do research on the ceramic coating page or the PPF page, you can obviously do just the specific URL. But we'll do the entire site for this purpose. So go ahead and click save, let it load. So we got 1,700 keywords. So obviously if you're looking for a quick, maybe bringing down the keywords, this is probably better. And it's not going to be exact, as we can see right away, because I have this average monthly searches reversed. We see anything related to ceramic coating, right? So you see probably 10 different areas there, not related to.
You're going to definitely need to adjust the location too.
You're absolutely right. 100%. I forgot to do that. So remind me, where is this? This is in Michigan?
Yes. That's Bay City, I believe.
What is it called? Is it called the Tri-Cities? What is it called?
Bay City, Michigan. If you got Tri-City there you go. Yeah.
Isn't that what it's called?
Flint, Saginaw, Bay City. Yep.
So let's just, we'll use the DMA there. All right. So it's a little broad, but that's okay. I like it. You can obviously go super dialed into one area, or you can go broad. So this will actually help us out there. I think it's going to be still relevant. I don't know that you really needed to do the city, but just in case. So we'll reverse this again. Average monthly searches highest to lowest. So vehicle detailing near me, detailing car near me, a lot of near me keywords. Obviously, those are going to be, like I said, the highest monthly searches. But this is good because, like I said, you can go in. Let's see if we can find. All right, yeah. So here we go, like Midland. So if you want to create content specifically in a city, so like Midland, I would do an auto detailing Midland page, and you could even then go do a car detailing Midland page because you can see both of those have 210 searches each. Now, if you do, let's just say detailing, right, or car detailing, and then you're mixing in auto detailing keywords, you're not going to get the fullest advantage there. So if you see a keyword, right, and it has its own volume, it's a good opportunity to, number one, target on Google Ads, and number two, target for SEO because it has enough volume. So instead of just going after 210 searches a month, you're going after 420 now, right? Car wash Bay City. I know everyone loves car wash calls, right? Hey, are you a car wash? No, nobody loves that. But if you can spin that, right, not in your ads, don't put it in your ads, but if you can spin that in your content to talk about, we're not just your average car wash in Bay City, right? Or we're not a car wash in Bay City. You can still grab that traffic from that keyword and then showcase really what you're about. So you can get creative in that sense, on your website. So this is really where the creativity can come out. You can really dive in on a lot of different keyword variations and start to see what to target, again, with your ads and with your SEO. So I'm not seeing any comments to request anything, but let's see if we can find something else specific. Dun, dun, dun. Do we, Gabe, are we going to talk about like power words and all that? Did we do that yet, or
No,
is
we're
that
gonna get into that though.
later on?
Yep.
So this is just a sneak peek of that because we'll talk about that in a minute. But best professional ceramic coating, right? So you'll see that as we'll talk about that later. But let's see, near me, ceramic coating core spray. All right, I'm not seeing. Let's increase this to 500. I was expecting to see more location based keywords here. Did someone just draw on the screen?
They. I don't think so. Maybe.
There's like a big green line there.
Oh
I don't know
yeah,
if you
that's
see that.
interesting.
Um, all right, so I'm not seeing it, but
You can
typically
throw
when
mine in
you,
there if you want.
oh, that's okay. If you're seeing, we saw the one, I was just expecting to see more. Um, But I think you guys get the idea here with all your keywords. If you guys have any questions, we'll open it up at the end. All of these obviously, remain that we talked about in the beginning. But overall, that's it. Gabe, did you want to add anything?
I mean, I'm gonna open the keyword planner here on my end. Why don't you just pass host back to me?
Sweet. All right. I don't know how to do that.
You gotta open me up in the participants. Right click, make host. We got some other information here we're gonna throw down to on you guys here shortly.
You got it.
So we're gonna go minimize this. Open Chrome back up. Okay. So Zoom meeting, share screen. There we go. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna put in mine. So this is going to show a ton of information here on my end. And you can see here, let's do, so this is all the keyword suggestions that Google has after looking over my entire site. And this doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not targeting or I am targeting these keywords, but Google's also smart enough to read my site and tell me that this particular person that you're looking at has content related to this. So we're going to sort this by available keyword ideas, right? So you can see here, all the detailing ones are up top. All the detailing ones show up top. And we're just going to kind of scroll down here. Like here, I can see a location-based one, Westchester car detailing. Automotive ceramic coating near me. You know, as I scroll down the list here, you know, the less monthly searches that this has ultimately turns into easier keywords to rank for you.
And actually, can you? Oh, I was going to say scroll down. I saw one that was really good to talk about.
What's that?
Ceramic coating. Is it worth it? So when you do when you see keywords like that, that's immediately like a flag for blog post. So you might not want to do it in an ad because you don't necessarily want people thinking about it, right? Unless you want to lead them to your blog, you know, from the ad. That's a whole different strategy. But anytime you see like those longer tail keywords, those are great opportunities for blog posts.
And that kind of takes us over to the next part of this of our presentation here. And so before we keep going here, I'm gonna step into the ChatGPT prompt here. So we're gonna give you this prompt after the fact, right? So this right here is the prompt that you can plug into ChatGPT. This prompt itself will literally take its, I wish I could make this stupid top bar go away. Stupid thing. Get out of my face. There we go. So if I come up to ChatGPT here, now I have a bunch of different things that I use ChatGPT for. So let's say this ChatGPT prompt uses ChatGPT 4. ChatGPT is free. I don't know if ChatGPT 4 is free now. I think you may need to pay for it. I'm not 100% certain. But there is a plugin feature inside of ChatGPT. And you need to enable a browser OP. That's a plugin you need to enable. And then you also need to enable SEO Core AI. And using this, I'm going to flat out tell it, I'm going to tell ChatGPT I want you to do a complete SEO analysis of a competitor website. And then in a table, please create a list of keywords this website is currently targeting up to 20. Because if you throw too much at ChatGPT, you end up with, getting nothing or low quality output, right? So again, this is just the beginning of what you can do with ChatGPT. So I'm going to send this, and ChatGPT is going to run this information. Unusual detection. Wow, that's embarrassing.
I was gonna say you just did this and it worked.
That's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. Let's try again. Edit. Submit. I think I was there we go. I was adjusting the browser size by accident. So you can see here now, SEO Core is looking at the detaildoc.co, right? That's what it's looking at. And it's going to check and see what the keywords are. Like it's going to use the plugin to examine the page, and then it's going to run a few more checks as well. and you'll see that using SEO Core AI will run several times. Usually, I'm going to get a massive output from this, and it ends up being most of the screen once it runs. An error occurred. All right, so let's stop generating. We're going to try this again, and we'll just try. It might be because it's a .co address. So we're going to go with, what were some other, there was highenddetail.com is what got posted. We'll try this.
Technology is great, right?
It is. I've used this repeatedly. And today, the one day I want to show it, I'm getting
Yeah. There's a lot of
absolutely screwed
SEO
over.
tools out there that you can pay for and all that, but a lot of them are pretty expensive. So we wanted to show you guys some free ways, obviously Keyword Planner and ChatGPT,
There you go.
which you guys can steal some of this stuff.
Right. So here we can see. So now it's going to create a table, and it's going to tell me, for some reason, it didn't pull the volume out this time, but it tells me, so it's giving the monthly search volume in medium, low, and high, right? And this output also gives me a ranking difficulty. So the paint protection, they're receiving a lot of traffic for this in that area, and it's also going to be difficult to rank for. So it's 3 stars out of 3, right? And the prompt gives a suggested long tail keyword, right? So instead of targeting, you can see that your competitor is targeting the word paint protection. So the suggested long tail keyword that you could target would be best paint protection Miami. And there is a suggestion here for just about everything, right? And it goes on, and you can run this, and I can say, what are the next 20 keywords? What's another 20? What's another 10, right? So there are tools that will output this data for you. ChatGPT, this is completely free, right? So I want to ask it, what keywords is this website targeting related to ceramic coating? Please put this information in the same table up to 20 keywords. So the goal here is to tell ChatGPT exactly what you want it to do. So I want it to tell me what the next 20 keywords are they're using related to ceramic coating that they're targeting. So it's going to run another search, and then it's going to output this data again. And again, the goal here is like, ChatGPT is not the end all be all. It's just the easiest one that you can jump into and use. And now here it comes. Now, because the data is a bit more refined, I'm getting some monthly search volume numbers, right? So it looks like, and again, not perfect, but I'm getting data here that I can use, right? So I can see that they're targeting HD ceramic coating, and it's recommending HD ceramic coating service. And the plugins feature isn't available. Yep, you are correct. So the ChatGPT is like $20 a month, I think, for premium, and it unlocks a world of plugins that you have access to that are majority of which are free completely. The only thing you need is an account for them, and they're damn near, it's seriously impressive what these things can do. Again, this is meant to be a guide, not a step-by-step recipe, right? So we're going to give you this prompt a little later, so that way you can use this on your own. So I want to keep moving through the presentation here. So once you've got that competitor research, once you have that information, you can find out what your competitors are targeting and what they're not targeting. These are all the different ways that you can utilize this information in research. And again, majority of you being business operators, I don't expect you to know what these things are. But this is just about everywhere that matters in your SEO structure. All the way down to what you name the page title, what the H tags are on the page, what's written into the content, the actual links. Like the page could be named, paint protection film Bay City, and you could name it best paint protection film Bay City. That's how that's one of the ways that you can put this in play for yourself in your business here. So, and again, this comes down to, this is the actual execution strategy, and that's how you're going to do it better. And let's say, for example, my competitor is targeting the word paint protection film, right? So I need to use these concepts to make mine unique enough to matter enough to Google to rank. So power words is something I'm going to let Tyler explain, because he does a way better job at it than me.
I mean, it's really simple. It says it right there, power words used for emotion, and it's going to help Google show that you're an actual person, right? An actual company. Because if you use, for example, the word professional or premier, right, it's just going to add to that keyword, the keyword relevance and just the way it sounds and the way it looks, from Google's standpoint and from the customer standpoint. So you can use, and everybody uses the best or number one, right? Use of numbers, number one. You can use premier. I don't know if I said that one, top rated, all those different power words, so to speak. And then convert to long tail keywords. I know we kind of touched on that a little bit during the keyword planner. If you see somebody's ranking for paint protection film, right, you might target in your ads the best paint protection film near me, right, and kind of go after that. Or you might then create blog content around why get paint protection film, something like that. So don't think of it, when you see things, don't just take it as face value. Know there's so many different variations that you can then spin off of to create all the different content that you need for, ads, your Google business profile, your website, social media posts, everything. So that's it in a nutshell.
So the next part about this is you can use the keywords that you want to target immediately in responding to Google reviews. This is one of the most underutilized methods I see people skip. So if I know my competitor's targeting the word Tesla paint protection film, if I get somebody that comes to my shop with a Tesla, I want to respond to that review that they leave me and thank them for getting Tesla paint protection and Tesla paint protection film, right? And here's an example of that. So I had a client leave me a fantastic review, and this is the message I left him. I said, Dennis, thank you so much for bringing your Tesla Model Y to Ceramic Pro Pottstown for Tesla paint protection. Installing our Cravacha Road package was the best choice in protecting your Tesla. We hope you enjoy the protection from rock chips and scratches from our professional paint protection film installed in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. So what am I doing here? Is I've mentioned the keyword, which is Tesla model, which is Tesla paint protection. I've mentioned where he got it done, meaning the business name. That's Ceramic Pro Pottstown. And I mentioned a secondary keyword, professional paint protection film. So that's a long tail keyword, right? I added that. I added features into this as well that match that. Google's also smart enough to know if I'm just keyword stuffing or if I'm creating relevant content. So I'm saying protection from rock chips and scratches, right? Google's also smart enough to know that paint protection film protects from rocks and scratches, right? So this is just one of the ways that you can weaponize that data that you get from doing your research with Google Keyword Planner or ChatGPT. Again, things to know is that the goal here is your job here is to borrow this information, not copy it. Do not directly duplicate your competitor's keyword strategy. Do not, with a capital DONOT, do not, because Google does not find that valuable. Google does not find that valuable whatsoever, and you can be penalized for it. So use the information, but don't copy it. And the biggest part to this is that having and executing an SEO plan is not a fix to a failing business. And the reason I say that is I talk to many people that think they need SEO. That's what's holding them back, when a lot of times it's actually them themselves and how they approach their business, how they approach leads that come in, how they carry themselves, and what they're doing in their business every day. That's the reason that they're failing versus SEO and marketing. Because Tyler, I would say about 70 to 80% of the people that come to us, marketing isn't actually the problem. Having marketing and more opportunity to adjust and guide somebody to make the correct business opportunity or the correct business choices, that's what having marketing does, and that's what we do. But just know that I'd say 70 to 80% of the people out there, that more marketing and more SEO and more leads is not the fix to their business. It is, most of the time, it's a core interior related issue. And that's just an important piece that I want everybody to know, is that SEO is important, but it is not the fix. It's not the cure. And also know that SEO is a long-term investment. SEO is not something that you spool up overnight. It doesn't work that way. SEO becomes a very powerful tool when you make a long-term investment in it and create an actual long-term game plan. That's where it's really valuable. There's nothing short-term about it. A lot of people say SEO is dead. We don't need SEO anymore. And most of the time, those people are telling you that you just need Google Business Profile, which, don't get me wrong, is a very important part of an SEO plan. Or they just want to create over-reliance on pay-per-click and driving ads into your pipeline, which is also another big no-no. That's pretty much it. This is just a slide about our agency and what we do. We only work with tint, coating, PPF, vinyl, and detail shops. We're specifically shop owners. I am a shop owner. We know this industry. Now, stay put. We are going to open this up for questions here. You can turn cameras. We're going to unmute mics. You'll be able to jump in and ask questions. We manage about $8 million in ad spend a year, and we provide a full shop business support system. The goal is to help you become a better business operator and not just give you web services. The whole point of what we do is to be a real support system and to be somebody who cares and who's going to hold you accountable. And that is that's what a lot of agencies are missing. They're missing the support structure, and that's where they fail. And everything that we do is proof of concept verified. Multiple clients doing 7 figures a year, specifically myself doing 7 figures a year. And we do that through solutions designed to fit your business, never cookie cutter, with the primary goal of creating websites that rank and convert. And the primary goal is to generate as much and as many quality organic and paid leads for you as we can. So I would invite you to please follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. So I'm going to issue the unmute here. I'm going to stop my share. Stop share.
My name's Gabe. I am the founder of Detailing Growth. I've taken shops in a year who have been doing, they were doing on average between $8,000 and $12,000 a month. And through our full marketing program, website development, ongoing SEO, ad management, social media management, business consulting and mentorship and coaching, we've taken guys who are doing $8,000 to $12,000 a month, and in a year are now doing $70,000 to $80,000 a month. And these guys now have been able to build their own shop and really just fine-tune their business and design it the way that they want to, because they picked the right team. I have other shops who in 60 days have found an additional $30,000 a month worth of revenue by using our tools and strategies to monetize their existing pipeline.